Forget T-Rex for a moment. Forget Velociraptor. Let me tell you about a dinosaur so strange, so unique, and so mysterious that our understanding of it has been completely rewritten. Not once, but multiple times. A creature possibly longer than T-Rex, with a giant sail on its back, crocodile-like jaws, and secrets hidden beneath the water. This is Spinosaurus, perhaps the weirdest giant predator to ever live. Welcome back, paleontology pioneers, to Dinosaur Anatomy. Today, we're diving headfirst into the murky waters surrounding Spinosaurus aegyptiacus. This dinosaur isn't just famous for its size or its bizarre looks. It's famous for challenging everything we thought we knew about theropod dinosaurs. Its story involves lost fossils, groundbreaking discoveries, fierce debates, and a creature seemingly designed by a committee of evolution's strangest ideas. The tale begins over a century ago in Egypt. German paleontologist Ernst Stromer discovered the first Spinosaurus fossils between 1912 and 1914. He recognized it was something special, a giant carnivore with elongated neural spines forming that incredible sail. But tragedy struck. Stromer's precious fossils, housed in Munich, were completely destroyed during an Allied bombing raid in World War II. All that remained were his detailed notes and drawings, ghosts of a lost giant. For decades, Spinosaurus remained an enigma, a footnote based on destroyed evidence. Then things got interesting. Fragmentary remains hinting at Spinosaurus started turning up in North Africa, particularly the Kem beds of Morocco, a rich fossil site from the mid-Cretaceous, around 100 to 94 million years ago. But piecing it together was like assembling a puzzle with most of the pieces missing. Early reconstructions often depicted it as a standard T-Rex-like theropod, just with a sail slapped on its back. This is the version many of us grew up with, the one that famously, and controversially, battled a T-Rex in Jurassic Park III. Spoiler alert, that image was wrong, very wrong. The real revolution began in the 21st century. New discoveries, including a partial skeleton described by Nizar Ibrahim and colleagues in 2014 dramatically changed the picture. This wasn't just another land-based predator. The proportions were weird. The hind legs seemed incredibly short for such a massive theropod. The feet were broad and flat. The bones were surprisingly dense, lacking the hollow marrow cavities common in other large theropods. And that snout, long, narrow, filled with conical, interlocking teeth, much like a crocodile's, perfect for snagging slippery prey. Its nostrils were positioned high up on the skull. Everything pointed towards a creature comfortable, perhaps, even specialized for life in and around water. So, let's break down these bizarre features. First, the size. Spinosaurus was enormous. Estimates vary due to incomplete fossils, but it likely reached lengths of 45 to potentially over 50 feet, making it arguably the longest meat-eating dinosaur known, surpassing even the largest T-Rex. A true giant. Then there's the iconic sail, formed by incredibly long neural spines extending from its vertebrae, some over 5 feet tall, and likely covered in skin. What was it for? Theories abound. Thermoregulation. Like Stegosaurus plates, maybe it helped absorb or regulate heat. Plausible, but debated. Display. A giant billboard to intimidate rivals or attract mates. Very likely a component. Imagine this colossal structure towering out of the water. Hydrodynamics? Some newer ideas suggest it might have acted as a keel or stabilizer while swimming, or helped with sensing vibrations in the water. The function was probably multi-purpose. The arms were also impressive, not T-Rex tiny arms here. They were robust, ending in 3 large hooked claws, especially a massive thumb claw. These could have been used for slashing fish, grappling prey, or perhaps even helping to navigate riverbanks. But the most radical shift in understanding came even more recently, in 2020. Ibrahim and his team described newly discovered tail fossils. And the tail wasn't long and pointed like most theropods. It was deep, flexible, and paddle-shaped, formed by long spines, essentially a propulsion organ. Think of a giant newt's tail. This strongly suggested Spinosaurus wasn't just wading in the shallows. It was likely an active swimmer, propelling itself through the water after prey. Combine this paddle tail with the dense bones, providing buoyancy control, like in penguins or hippos. The short hind legs, less useful on land, better for streamlining in water. The conical teeth for gripping fish, and the high-set nostrils. The picture emerges of a predominantly aquatic predator, a colossal river monster hunting giant fish like Onchopristis, a huge prehistoric sawfish, and Mawsonia, a massive coelacanth, in the vast river systems of Cretaceous North Africa. This fundamentally changes our view. Spinosaurus wasn't primarily competing with land-based giants like Carcharodontosaurus, which lived in the same environment. It carved out its own niche, ruling the waterways. It was likely still capable of moving on land, perhaps awkwardly, but its primary domain seems to have been aquatic. Let's bust some Spinomyths. Myth: Spinosaurus fought T-Rex. Fact: they lived on different continents and were separated by about 30 million years. The Jurassic Park fight is pure Hollywood. Myth: we know exactly what the sail was for. Fact: while display is likely, its full range of functions, thermoregulation, hydrodynamics, is still debated. Myth: it only ate fish. Fact: while primarily piscivorous, fish-eating, fossil evidence suggests it wasn't picky. The pterosaur bones and even juvenile dinosaur remains have been found associated with Spinosaurus relatives, suggesting opportunistic feeding on land animals, near water or scavenging. Fact: its bones were dense, unlike most theropods, aiding underwater movement. Fact: the recently discovered paddle-like tail strongly indicates active swimming capabilities. Spinosaurus forces us to appreciate the sheer diversity of dinosaur adaptations. It wasn't just variations on a theme. Dinosaurs explored vastly different lifestyles, including semi-aquatic predation on a massive scale. It shows how much we can still learn, how one set of discoveries can completely overturn decades of assumptions. The story of Spinosaurus is a story of paleontology in action, a constant process of discovery, re-evaluation, and embracing the unexpected weirdness of the past. It remains a dinosaur shrouded in some mystery. How exactly did it move on land? How developed were its potential aquatic senses? Were its feet webbed? We need more fossils to be sure. But one thing is certain: Spinosaurus was one of the most specialized and awe-inspiring predators to ever evolve. A true giant, perfectly adapted to its watery realm. What blows your mind most about Spinosaurus? The sail? The size? The swimming adaptations? Let me know in the comments section. If you enjoyed this journey into the weird world of Spinosaurus, please hook that like button, subscribe to Dinosaur Anatomy, and ring the notification bell for more incredible dinosaur deep dives. Thanks for watching, and stay curious about the depths of the past.